Let's talk about the Super Mario Run app. I'm going to play it while I talk to you about it. This is an endless runner. This is not the first app from Nintendo. They had the Miitomo app that came out, what was that, in March? And I played that for like, I don't know, 5 days before I was being, I was tired of being asked, what's your favorite appetizer? I like hummus, nachos. Yeah, I was just tired of that. So Nintendo did that, and they came out with their Pokemon Go app. It wasn't theirs, it was DNA that did it. And Nintendo has, was it 30% stake in the Pokemon company? So they didn't really work on the game, but they get a chunk of the revenue, 30% or whatever it is. So good on them for that. But this is the first game they came out with that really shows, okay, we're here to let's go, let's do this. So it's Run Mario. It's an endless runner. What that means is that you continually run until you stop and hit something. You don't have control over that. You don't have control over jumping. So you can play the game with one finger. I was gonna say one hand, but that didn't want to be a euphemism or something else. So you have enemies in the game, just like traditional Goomba, Bullet Bill, stuff like that. You have blocks. You can get mushrooms to power up because you can die in the game. If you die, what happens is you go in a bubble, and then you can decide where you come back. There's switch blocks. There's, like I said, there's coins. There's also purple coins, and the real goal is to get 5 purple coins. You unlock something. I forget what off the top of my head. The one thing that's interesting about the game is that you can run into enemies and you sort of just vault over them, but you can hop on them or do a trick where you vault over them and then hop on them for more coins and points. So there's 6 worlds. It is not a free game overall. It's free to start. It's like shareware. So, which is interesting because some people were complaining about that it wasn't free. The first 3 levels are free, and then the 4th one you can try out for 30 seconds or 20 seconds, and then you can decide to buy it. So there's a flagpole at the end of levels. Every 4th level, it's either like the pirate ship and the airship or the castle. There's mini boss battles with I think the Koopalings and things like that, and Bowser and the guy, the little dinosaur waving his arms in Super Mario 3 in the castle. So it's $9.99. I'm not an expert on app game prices. I think that's an okay price because there's no in-game purchases. It's not like that. Remember that stupid Need for Speed game we spoke about in the podcast a couple years ago, where you could pay for gasoline to recharge your car. Imagine if you downloaded this app and it was free to play, but you can only play 2 levels a day unless you paid for more, or you can only jump 100 times. You need to buy more jumps, or wait for your jump meter to refill. That would be awful. So I'm guessing, yes, if this was a $4.99 app, like a certain NES Guide app that's out right now on iOS, coming soon to Android, if it was $4.99, I'm guessing it would be a lot better for people. But I don't think $9.99 a one-time purchase is a killer myself. I just don't. So yeah, you go along, you tap the jump. What's interesting is that you can sort of wall jump. You can go backwards through one jump once, so that can be useful at certain areas, and you hold the button to jump higher. It's technically a sound game. It's polished as all fuck. If I can use use some harsh language. It looks like you would expect a nice polished Nintendo game app to look, mobile game to look. In terms of graphic style, it's whatever you expect on the Wii U or Wii in terms of Super Mario, 3D World, stuff like that. Or Super Mario Wii, whatever those games are that I should really play at some point. In terms of replayability, that's where I think it could get interesting in terms of replayability, because there's more than one mode. There's a building mode, which let me get out of this right now. I'll complete the race. There's a building mode here where you can build your own sort of Mushroom Kingdom using buildings. You can get the coins to use that. You can buy different hills, fences, flowers to decorate it. You can buy toadstool houses, and I'll get into why that's important later. So there's lots of stuff to unlock here. There is some replayability. Total replayability, well, I don't know about that. Let's not go nuts. But there's enough going on here to start. Now, will Nintendo add more levels or features? They said no on the outset, but from what I see so far, there's a decent amount of unlockables. And the good news, again, is that you don't have to pay for it. It's all through like getting those purple coins, and it's through stuff like getting toadstools, which happens on the rally mode. So what is the rally mode? Jeez, I can't get past this level. The rally mode is a one-on-one mode, which actually interests me as much, if not more, than the main app. So the rally mode has a selection, and I'll go to that right now, where you can select, I believe they're computer players that you can challenge. And if you add friends, and you can link, by the way, you can link your My Nintendo account and use your Mii from the Wii U and Wii. But when you go to rally, which I'll go to right now, let's go back. Let's click on rally. So rally, I'm going to do one right quick. So there's 5 different enemies. Again, I don't think these are real people because they'd have to wait for me. I think these are all just created. So they have different numbers for their rank. My rank is 99. Not that good. I can take on Pitch, for example. It has a rating of 156. And then there's different colored, there's 6 different color of Toadstool that you can basically bet against them to see if you win. Then you can win them, and you can use them to gain credits to unlock stuff like Toadstool houses to that color. So I'm going to play Pitch right here. I'm going to go one-on-one with Pitch. I should have probably recorded this, but whatever. I'm lazy, and, it's a podcast, not a video blog. So what's cool is that it's a one-on-one race for coins. It's also a race to do cool tricks. And you can die in this mode as well. It's timed, I think it's about a minute. And you can get stuff like Coin Rush. When that happens, you get a bunch of coins that appear more than usual. And then you can go and, you can really get a lot more coins. You can pull off tricks. And when you pull off tricks, I'm going to lose this one because I can't fucking concentrate because I'm talking while I'm playing an app game. I didn't realize it'd be this complicated. You can pull off tricks like multiple hit combos, things of that nature, multiple jump combos. That gets your star rating going. And that creates a rush as well. It's a fun mode, and then at the end of the race, it'll count up your coins as well as, and I died again. Wow, this is the worst I've ever done at this game. I really cannot concentrate right now while trying to do a podcast. I guess it uses the same part of the brain. Oh, I got a star and a coin rush. All right. So what's interesting though is that at the end of the race, you also accrue not just coins, but the toadstools that are cheering on your good performance. And the winner of that combination wins the round and gets all the coins and all the toadstools. And I'm going to lose fucking big time here. I got destroyed since I died like 14 times. Yeah, I know. I fucking died. Yeah. So then at that point, I lose my toadstools. I think this will be the most replayable part of the game when you have your friends to play against. So I'll get back to you after I finish this race. I still got crushed. Oh, God. All right. So, yeah, I think this is a smart move just because Nintendo was never going to put their old ROMs on here on a mobile device because there's no value in doing that. It devalues the IP and their AAA titles to do that. But also, it's terrible to play a game with a control pad on a phone. So they really did what they could do. They leveraged their IP, their good IP, with a smart mobile type of game, and I think there's enough replayability that this is going to be okay. I think they're going to make a decent amount of coin with this, so I will recommend this. I think the one bad part, though, is the DRM. The fact that you have to be tethered to the internet. They're doing that, obviously, to help fight piracy. I understand that, but if I'm on a plane from somewhere and I want to play this and I have the internet access, that's a problem. And also, how much data is this using if I'm not near Wi-Fi? That's a scary thing to think about as well. So check it out, $9.99. If this was like $7.99 or $6.99, I think it'd be a bigger no-brainer. But $9.99 is not bad for what's probably going to be one of the most polished mobile games that you're going to find.